Good morning, one and all. Welcome to another session on the algae. In this session, we are going to discuss about the different classification of algae based on various characteristics that we have seen in the previous slide about the color, other characteristics of algae, which are helpful in the classification of algae. So, the first class of algae is nothing but the chlorophyceae. They are nothing but they are green algae, as the name itself indicates. Chlorophyll means green colored pigment. In a similar way, chlorophyceae are green colored algae. There are nearly 7,000 diverse species of these algae. The biological reason that green algae gives rise to the land plants. As part of evolution, it was believed that these green algae later gave rise to plants on the earth. Both green algae and land plants have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, as well as carotenoids in their cells, and they store the food material in the form of starch inside your pyrenoids. We have seen that pyrenoids and other structures were also used for classification, right? So here the food material that is being stored is in the form of starch. Both have the walls made up of cellulose. Even the cell wall structure was also a criteria for classifying your algae. And thereby here the cell walls are made up of cellulose. So all the algae that are having these characteristics are put under the class chlorophyceae. So let us see the next class of algae, which is nothing but phaeophyceae. So there are it is as the name itself indicates, it is brown in color. See the color here, they are all brown in nature, and there are about 1500 species of brown algae existing on this planet Earth. Most marine, they are mostly marine. They stay in marine waters or sea waters, and they include the seaweed and kelp. So these are all generally used in the soup preparations, and they are very nutritious also. So these marine algae are sometimes also consumed as delicacy, and they are all multicellular in nature. They are very large, reaching a size of nearly 147 feet also sometimes. So I told you in the first slide that the algae may be either small, microscopic, or they can be large also. So these are the examples of large algae where they can reach the size of 147 feet. It's amazing, right? So individual algae may grow to a length of 100 meters with a holdfast type and blade. They are used in cosmetics and also in most ice creams. They are edible, and thereby they can be used in ice cream preparation also. So coming on to the next class of algae, which is nothing but rhodophyceae. So as the name itself indicates, rhodo, it means red in color. So these algae are red in color, and they have about 4,000 species in this particular class. Mostly they are marine, they are also present in the sea, and they are smaller than brown algae, but they are often found at a depth of 200 meters. So they can be found submerged inside your sea also. They contain chlorophyll A and C, as well as phycobilin pigments. These are all the examples of photosynthetic pigments, and they are important in absorbing the light and that can penetrate deep into the water, is it not? Because I was telling you that these type of algae can reside even at 200 meters depth inside your seawater, and thereby these pigments have to be capable enough to catch that sunlight and photosynthesize, is it not? So for that purpose, these all chlorophyll pigments are highly essential. They also have the cells coated with carrageenan, which is used in cosmetics. So carrageenan is a type of compound that is very useful in cosmetics for the binding purpose. It can be used in lipsticks, it can be used in face powders, foundations, and also as gelatin capsules and some cheeses to give the consistency, to give the thickness, to give the proper consistency to certain food, soups. These type of carrageenan is generally added to the food preparations. So the next type of class of algae is nothing but the euglenophyceae. There are nearly 1,000 species of euglenoids which are placed under euglenophyceae. They have both the plant-like and animal-like characteristics. This is the speciality of this class. They are neither considered to be complete plants, or they are neither considered to be complete animals. They are found in the fresh water. The previous algae, we have seen that they are found in the sea water. But here they are usually found in the fresh water. The last class of algae which we are seeing here are a multiple classes where there are other representatives of different classes. The first one is nothing but the diatoms. The major importance of these diatoms is that they are used in the detergents, paint removers and toothpaste. Whereas the dinoflagellates are called as red tides, because whenever there are dinoflagellates in large quantities in your sea, it starts showing up as red color tides, and that's why they are called as red tides. The last one and the most important one is nothing but your golden algae. It is important in the formation of petroleum products. So see how valuable it is. It is a very valuable algae where it is important in the formation of petroleum products. So with this, we reach the end of classification of algae. So let us all meet in another session where we will discuss about more interesting organisms that are present on our planet Earth. Thank you very much for your kind attention.